Hey guys, I'm Sam from Elvis Duran and The Morning Show. Welcome to another episode of CEO Unplugged. Today, I am joined by the president and CEO of Campus Protein, Mr. Russell Sachs. Hi, Russell.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for coming up.
Oh, this is great. Happy to be here.
I hear you're a fan of the show.
Big fan of the show.
Great.
That actually for a long time.
That makes me nervous. So I'm going to keep it together. Why don't you tell everyone who's listening a little bit about Campus Protein? What is your brand?
Sure. So Campus Protein, we sell protein vitamins and supplements. And a little bit of background on how I got doing this was, I've always been really entrepreneurial, always had that entrepreneurial spirit, had a couple of small businesses when I was in high school.
Which is like really young to have a couple of small businesses.
eBay type business stuff, but nothing too crazy.
Got it.
And I went to Indiana University, joined a fraternity, and I was the only guy in the house that really hadn't gone to the gym before, never worked out, and got the ultimate peer pressure to start going to the gym with these guys. And once per month, they would go to our local nutrition store. They stopped at a GNC. They'd spend about $300 a month on supplements.
Yikes.
Which to me, that was...
college?
In college. I mean, that's like everything you got.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's my whole month. It's just ramen from then on.
Yeah, so it was insane to me. And I said, why aren't you guys just buying this stuff online? I'm sure it's significantly cheaper. They said, well, it is cheaper online, but then there's no one to actually talk to about our specific goals. So what we figured out was that college students are really specific. They are trying to get absolutely shredded in the summer. They're trying to bulk up in the winter. They've got all these little formals in between that they're trying to prep for. So the student, the college student is really specific. It's a really specific customer. And the original concept was if we can combine really competitive online pricing with that personal touch that you would get in a retail store, we thought it would be a home run.
That's smart.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So
it's not online shopping, so to speak. It's kind of
we call it a virtual retail store is what we call it. So,
I like that.
Thank you. So that's what we call it.
Okay.
And started in Indiana, and we set up a website, campusprotein.com. And my best friend at college, Mike, who's now my business partner, he's our chief sales officer.
What up, Mike?
What up, Mike?
Hey.
He lived in the fraternity across the street from me, and he's like, oh, I can definitely help you sell this stuff. So we bought a bunch of inventory, and we sold out within a week. So we kind of knew that we were onto something there.
So you kind of started with this idea. A lot of people we have on CEO Unplugged, they come in and they had an idea and they create it whilst they're in another kind of business. You were still in college, immediately had this idea and just ran with it?
Yeah, we thought it was worth trying out. And what we quickly figured out was that the market for college students using supplements was absolutely huge and nobody was targeting them.
Yeah.
In college, you're doing one of three things. You're going to class, maybe. You're going out partying, and you're going to the gym. That's it.
Stay in school.
Yeah, you got a lot of free time on your hands.
Yeah.
So we wanted to capitalize on that. And the college market is awesome, and it's really big for supplements specifically, and it's grown a bunch since we started doing this. So I came home that summer, told my best friend from high school, Tarun, who's my business partner and CMO, about the idea. And he was like, I can totally replicate this in Boston University, where he went to school. Saw a lot of the same problems that we had in Indiana. And that next semester brought it to Boston University and really quickly expanded it because Boston has so many colleges in such a densely populated area.
I think I read like the average age of someone in Boston is like 27.
Yeah, it's wild.
Because of how many college students there are in Boston.
So many colleges.
Yikes.
So he was able to really quickly expand it to all those different colleges. And fast forward to our senior year, where now everyone's working out. Me and my business partners are so into fitness. We're so into living that lifestyle. We're like, how can we make this our full-time jobs?
Yeah.
We absolutely love this. And we entered into a Shark Tank style business competition.
Get the heck out of here.
At Indiana University. And it was funded by successful IU alumni. So the CEO of Career Builder, who went to Indiana, Matt Ferguson, then Scott Dorsey, who started Exact Target, and a couple other people threw money into this fund. And we were fortunate enough to win first place, which was $100,000, and jump started the company really when we graduated. So
this is a very special story.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun.
That is incredible. You're really lucky. So, I mean, I think you kind of just spelled it out a little bit, but what sets you apart from the competition is you are that middle ground. I want to go to a store generally because I want to talk to somebody, or I want to go online because that's where I can kind of price match and get the best, the most bang for my buck. You've created that middle ground.
For sure. That's exactly
So
right.
what happens when I go to your website? Like, walk me through my first visit.
Yeah, absolutely. So most likely you've heard about us from one of our campus reps. So today we're now at 350 college campuses. We've got about 1,500 campus reps spread across those campuses.
Wow.
And the whole concept is, you walk into one of these stores, there are so many products to choose from, and part of our motto is we really curate our selection for college students. Everything we do has the college student in mind. So when you walk into one of these stores, you have no idea where to start, and there's so many different options and categories. Our campus rep will help guide you through which products are probably best for you based on your specific goals. They'll help you place your first order. Your order will come within 1 to 2 days. We have 9 warehouses across the United States today. And then they'll actually help you figure out when's the best time to use the products and explain how to use them and all that stuff. So
That's unbelievable.
yeah, so it's a pretty cool process.
So what would you say is one of your favorite things that you've gotten to either be a part of or do thanks to your job? What do you really love about what you do?
Favorite part of my job is probably seeing absolutely phenomenal transformations. So we're able to touch so many people. We have seen just absolutely incredible transformations where their goal is either to lose body fat or gain muscle mass, and within a really short period of time. Obviously, nutrition's a big part of that, working out's a big part of it, but the supplementation can really help speed things along, and we've seen some absolutely phenomenal transformations, which is part of the reason why I think we have such great customer loyalty and our customers are so sticky, because they really see results from the stuff that we sell, and that's awesome for me and really a fun part of my job. And I think another fun part of the job is we have an incredible team of people who we work with, and we're really able to pivot fast and adapt to the market, because what's cool in college today will not be cool next year.
I know. I feel so old. My little sister just graduated. I don't know half the stuff she says.
I'm with you. I'm thank God we have these guys on the ground telling us what's cool.
Like, what are the hip words, Farrah? She's like, get out. Just said hip. All right.
So, yeah, I mean, the trends are constantly changing, and we have to adapt to that market really, really fast. So as fast as the college student market for supplements is growing and the overall supplement industry is growing really quickly, it's changing just as quickly. So we've seen a lot of changes since we started doing this, but I think having an e-commerce based company where 100% of the sales are coming online, we get to make adjustments fast, and we get to see how those adjustments yield results. So it's really cool to be able to make changes on the fly, and not that long after, see how those changes are affecting our business. So
you're constantly evolving, and being that you've continued to do this, you feel comfortable that you are I feel like you got to be in front of the wave.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Big time.
Otherwise you're going to get completely swallowed
That's
by
what it's all about.
Okay, you've got I feel like you have little moles. Like, I know they're probably wearing the campus protein gear, but in my mind they're just like sneaking around in glasses, like getting all the insider information.
Creepy way to think about it, but
listen, my brain's an odd place. So it's what's kind of cool is it sounds like in the very beginning what inspired you was your own experience.
Definitely.
Which I feel like some of the best companies are birthed from someone's personal need for something.
Yeah.
But now would you say what inspires you is watching the results from your customers and people who follow?
Yeah, that, and like my two personal inspirations and motivations and motivators are like my dad and grandpa. So my grandpa started my family's luggage business over 50 years ago in New York City, and my dad ended up going into my family's business as well, but just two of the most hardworking guys ever, and really taught me what work ethic was all about. And both those guys were like my daily motivation and inspiration. So
they must be so proud.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm gonna Jewish mother all over this podcast now. Good for you. That is awesome.
Appreciate it.
So, I mean, I know you have to kind of, it goes together, but do you have, as of right now, a projection for, let's say, the next 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, for us, our goal is to be on every college campus in the United States. We have plans for global expansion as well. We've identified key markets that we think would do really well with our model. We have a private line today under the Campus Protein brand, which has grown significantly.
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, it's so much fun for us because there's no real products today that are designed specifically for college students. So we were able to do that, and everything we do from the look and feel to the content on the bottle, even down to the flavor, we just reverse engineered some really popular candy flavors and made those into the pre-workout flavors, so those are selling really well.
That is such a dangerous idea for my mentality. I just be like, chocolate bar all the time.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, we have a lot of exciting things in the works. We're working on a really big project that I unfortunately can't speak too much about, but
Okay.
it'll be launching in the coming months, so we're super excited about that as well.
Awesome. I'm going to have to. One of my biggest issues when it comes to this kind of stuff is I'm a vegetarian, and I
Okay.
know a lot of stuff does not
Yeah.
equate to my diet.
Oh, yep.
So I can't really shop
Do
online
you
well.
take vegan protein?
I have one. It's like literally has like a V on the front because I'm a branding sucker. I'm like,
Okay.
that works for me.
Yep.
So I don't actually I don't have the knowledge that I probably should
We'll have
about
to get you some stuff to
what
try.
else is out there. Oh, I'm going to log on right after this and like talk to my friend on campus about it. So what would you say was the best piece of advice? I'm assuming it came from your dad or grandpa, but it could have been anyone.
Yeah.
Best piece of advice that really stuck with you when it came to building your own business.
I think there are two big things there for me.
Okay.
The first is focus, and that's hard to do, but also really important. So, we basically at the beginning of the year pick out 2 or 3 things, and overall we have 2 or 3 overarching things that we want to be insanely great at. And as an entrepreneur, so many things come across your desk. There's so much noise. There are people trying to sell you stuff. There are competitors doing other things in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And the way that we've achieved a ton of focus has been saying no to a lot of things. So as an entrepreneur, you want to kind of seek out every opportunity. But for us, it's saying no more than saying yes. So
Gotcha.
when something comes across my desk or my business partners or anyone on our team, the first thing you have to think about is it going to directly impact those 2 or 3 things that we set out at the beginning of the year? And if it doesn't, it's probably not worth your time.
Okay.
So that's one, I guess, thing. And then I guess the second part of that would be getting good at identifying and then hiring insanely great people, because they have added a tremendous amount of value. So over the past 6 months, we made 3 crucial hires. Director of customer engagement, a girl named Angela. Bob, who's our national sales manager, who runs our campus rep program. And then a woman named Christine, who manages all of our social media channels. And those 3 hires have drastically impacted our business. And those people continue to add tremendous amount of value every day. So I think those 2 things are crucial.
Finding people under your, is it like a like-minded, would you say? Or people who have opposite strengths?
I think it's a combination of things, and I think it depends on the type of role you're trying to fit, because we don't necessarily want someone that's just going to go along. We kind of want people who are against the grain, who are going to ask questions about why we're doing certain things, and who are going to be independent thinkers.
Yeah.
So we're big about that.
All right. So listen, I'm sure a lot of people are very curious and engaged right now.
Yeah.
How do we find you? Where do we go?
Yeah. You can go to campusprotein.com, where you can find our full selection of products. You have our private line product, which is called Fuel. That's a pre-workout. And you can find us on Instagram at Campus Protein, same with Twitter, and on Facebook as well.
That's awesome. That's actually what I've had my phone here irresponsibly the whole time, and I'm going to log on right now and follow all those things. Russell, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Been so awesome.
It's been awesome. I'm gonna bulk. I'm gonna go bulk. It's bulking season. This has been another episode of CEO Unplugged. Thank you, Campus Protein.